Hey there, guys. We've got the Octomammoth trial on global. So I'm going to be going in and doing my simple quick clear, and then we'll be doing definitely more like budget runs and stuff over the weekend. But for now, the missions is 5 or less, 15 turns or less, and no items. We're going to grab Live Dilly because his showed up first, although as usual, thank you to the friends that built for me. And here's the party we're going to use. So thankfully, because of Lilith on global, we don't really need to use things like, the provoking water absorb tank, because we can use cover and it's not really a dead slot. Normally you wouldn't want to bring a tank because it's like a dead slot, but with Lilith, it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and looks like the bosses, or looks like our LB gauge didn't quite fill up all the way, which is kind of unfortunate. So let's do this. Let's LB with Dark Fina. Let's do Dark Imbue, Imperil, and let's refresh cover, and hopefully we get a crystal drop. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and summon the Leviathan field. Or, I'm sorry, the Diablos field. I've got some Esper fill on. That was bad RNG that we didn't fill it all the way because that's a very low chance to happen. But it did, I guess. Alright, we'll go ahead and do some setup with our olives. And they're going to be taken because they have natural Aqua Killer and a self 200% Aqua Killer buff. So we are passive provoking with Dark Fina, we are covering with Lilith, and the Imperil is single target, but the water damage is AoE. So because of that, we don't really need water resist on our Dark Fina or the rest of the team. Alright, so there we go. The Esper fill did work that time. So we're going to now use, let's see, we're going to use Lilith to just LB here because this is not going to properly tag chain. And not yet, at least. And now we're going to go ahead and use the olives, wait, and then send Renoa and tag chain it. And cap the olives a little bit. Just a little bit of bonus damage early on. Not that much. The real damage will come after we get that 90 breakout. So anyway, there's a physical damage over time on our Dark Fina. She's provoking it, but it's not elemental. And then all the elemental damage we are covering, like I said, with our Lilith. And we're going to go ahead and deal some damage here. Decent chunk, not super ton, but whatever. Now we're going to use Renoa to quadruple Aura to fill LB gauge, and if we're lucky, we can do another LB on Olive. Dark Fina can, whatever, Darka, I guess. Yeah, not much for her to do. She kind of served her purpose. And she's provoking. Like I said, the damage over time is very weak, and then Lilith is covering all the water damage, and she's not getting imperiled. This works out really nicely. Let's go ahead and do our SLB on you. Let's have Renoa quad Aura again, and if we're lucky... Oh, we didn't quite get Olive. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Let's cover and then double Betrayal. I guess one of the Olives can just cap here, because we didn't quite get the LB. And then Live Diddly got the LB, so we'll do that. So, I don't know the timing here. So we'll just do this, we'll do this, and we'll do this. I probably did that timing all wrong. It doesn't matter. The main damage is the SLB, which we're going to be getting in a second. Okay. So some attacks, no big deal. Now we will have the olives do, let's see, quad, cap, and dual summer. Actually, let's do it this way. Dual summers. We need to do Brilliant Slash with the other one. So, let's see, Brilliant Splash, and Magnus. Lilith can triple Betrayal. Let's see, so we're going to do this. Wait, I probably did that wrong again. I'm not great with timings. Whatever. We're probably going to kill next turn. And then Renoa, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. We win next turn. Anyway, there's a 6-turn, very simple clear. Like I said, this boss is very, very easy. And because we're using a cover tank, it makes the resistance gears a lot, easier to build. So let's go ahead and do all this, and that should probably be the end of it. And again, we'll be doing some budget runs and all over the weekend. There it is, 6-turn clear. It's not the quickest. I'll probably try to figure out like some speed clears and all this weekend. But there's the simple clear. So we did all missions. We got 15 turns, party of 5, no items, and whoops. So Renoa is just using some Esperfill. It's not quite guaranteed per turn, but this is between 8 to 10 per turn. We got a low roll on the early, but there it is. Other than that, dual wielding for quad attack. Oh, she's not quad attack. I should have given her Aurora Scar. Well, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea. She's the Imperil Field. That's all she's here for. Dark Fina, just dark support, dark field. She's a provoker. You don't need water resist because we're using a cover tank. If you're not using a cover tank, you do need water resist. And there it is, a lot of bulk. I went massively overboard on bulk. The damage over time is pretty low. It's only really an issue if you're using like, water breeders or something, but whatever. Lilith is, max damage versus everything, LB damage max, aquatic max, and she's got 100 water resist. And again, because the Imperil is single target, she never gets imperiled. She does, but then Lilith covers all the damage. So it's a nice little combo. And there it is, some damage. We'll see the damage breakdown in a minute. We only had an 85 defense break versus a 90 spirit break with our olives. Here's my olive. Basically 11,000 magic. We don't need any resist because we're using a cover tank, maxed and maxed. And here is Liv Dilly's 10-5. Liv Dilly did say that all of the clash gear is on his 2B, so that's why his olive is lower. I will preemptively defend Liv Dilly because usually he builds me like a super crazy friend unit, but he's got 2B built for most other people. Anyway, there is the Octomammoth. Like I said, this one is one of the biggest jokes of all of the trials. The only challenge here is, challenge, big air quotes, is that did the server die? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the only challenge is the boss is like bulky. So if you're not using high DPS, it could be a little tricky. But as far as survival, it's a total joke. So, oh my goodness, how did? Oh, because mine didn't fill LB gauge, and Liv Dilly got an extra LB gauge off. So that's unfortunate because mine didn't quite fill the LB enough on that one turn. Anyway, so 2 LBs versus 3. Yeah, so all missions clear. Budget runs will be this weekend. Okay, see you then.